Now we're ready to implement the topic drop-down field in our form. To clean it up and style it consistently with the rest of our UI, we'll use the Angular Material Select component. Let's head over to the documentation to get started. On the left, I have the Select component selected. And then in the Overview tab, we'll be using something like this, the MatSelect element. We'll be implementing that within this video. You could also use the native select element as well. And as it says here, this is designed to work inside of the mat form field element. And we set that up in a prior video. If you're just joining us, you'll want to definitely go to the form field component and add in this module before moving forward. But back inside the select component, what we're interested in implementing is something like this. Within a mat form field element, we'll use the mat label and it will be called topic, or we'll add in the text topic. Then we could use the Angular Material mat select element, and inside that we'll have the mat option element. This is one way to do it, or you could do it this way and just use the native select element and also the native option element. But we'll go with the first example. But as usual, we need to implement the module first, or bring in our module. So we already have the mat form field module. We're already bringing that into our TypeScript. But now we need to add in the MatSelectModule. I'll copy this and add this to the TypeScript file. At the top of our contact us form TypeScript file, I'll add in that import and then also include it within our imports array. I'll add that towards the end here. This is the only changes we need to make within the TypeScript file. Moving on to the HTML. And now we'll replace this current select with our mat select. For now, I'll comment this out. We'll remove this shortly. And then I'll add in the snippet from the documentation and we'll just update the snippet. Instead of using this div as our container, we're now using this mat form field as our container. And then instead of using the native label, select, and option, we're now using the Angular Material mat label, select, and option. Let's rename this from favorite food to topic. And then instead of using this for loop here, we only have 3 options, so I'll just add all 3 options here. And now we have the support, cells, and feedback mat options. And then also we want to set a width to this, so we have 2 options, the full width of its container or the half width of the container. I'm thinking of going with the half width of the container, so I'll add this class within the mat form field. And then the last thing we want to do is add in the form control name. I'll copy this again and we'll add that to the mat select. And then rename it from message to topic. And this should match what we got going on within our TypeScript. If you look inside the form, we have this topic here. It should match that. That's all we need to do within our template. We just need to remove this though. Clean that up. And now we're ready to view it in the browser. Here in our form, I added some values so we could test it. And then if we pick a topic and let's say we pick cells. And then if we select the submit button, we should log that data to the console. And we got this, that's good. And we see cells within our topic here. And that's how you implement a control using the Angular Material Select component. Now let's clean up our radio inputs and we'll do that in the next video.